is that I Love You Baby? I saw your last video and it was so good, but I still have more questions.
Thanks, glad to hear. Walk with me, kid. So in my last video I covered pretty much all the basics that every new player should know. But there's a bunch more strategies and tips to go over, such as the topic of today's video.
Oh, and what's that?
Glad you asked, that would be... What is spawn blocking? Spawn blocking is when you place blocks to absolutely obliterate your opponent's spawn. If you manage to get a full spawn block, there's not very much your opponent can do. The drawback, I guess, is that it's really unnecessary. The effort it takes to spawn block, you definitely can score a few times.
How do I do it?
You sick fuck. If you use this strategy, I won't be mad. Just disappointed. To spawn block, you just want to keep spamming blocks together until you completely block their spawn. This can be done by building pillars one by one. I guess the key takeaway is to build off what you already build.
But what do I do to stop it from happening to me?
Calm down. I'm getting to that. There are 3 effective ways to do such. First, is to just not let it happen. Let me explain. So to successfully pull off a spawn block, you need ample time. So if you attack this person constantly while building up to them, it's really hard for them to finish spawn blocking you. Next is to mine the spawn block. This is best paired up with what I said earlier, because when mining a spawn block, you want to make sure you're not wasting time, so it's best to do while trying to fight them and stop them from spawn blocking. Also, you want to watch your opponent like a hawk and try not to get too close, because while mining their spawn block, they can easily just jump over you and score. So I personally don't use this strategy, but it's pretty good. I've known of its existence for a while, not the official term though. Pristing is simply making your side of the bridge wider. This is done by wall running on your very top layer, and if you didn't see the last video, which you should check it out, you can do that by holding down W and D or W and A depending on the side you are on, and beating the life out of your right click button. This is to make it harder to spawn block you, because the wider your spawn, the longer it takes to spawn block. I would recommend doing this at the very start of the round because you don't want to waste time. And the most effective way to stop spawn blocking, in my humble opinion, is yeah, just don't queue spawn block maps. So for some reason, there are maps that feel like they were made for spawn blocking. Luckily, Hypixel's been fixing them. There are still some that have either gotten through the cracks, or Hypixel plans on fixing them in the future. But currently, during the time period of this video going up, there are 2, maybe 3. These maps are Condo, Licorice, and maybe Twilight. I cannot remember if this is still in rotation. But you want to skip these maps because it is extremely easy to get spawn blocked on, because you can't place blocks in front of your base, which limits the way you can stop spawn blocking. Hopefully Hypixel will fix these in the future. They have with maps like Lighthouse, which used to be a spawn block map, but the revamped Lighthouse v2 is no longer a spawn block map. Anyways, that's it for this video. I hope it helped you out, and see you in the next one.